Hello and welcome to the final challenge of Necrovision. This is Negroth, still with you, still beautiful, and still rocking and kicking ass at this game as much as humanly possible. We have our final challenge here, curiously named Serious Sam, which I'm sure is a reference to the game Serious Sam, since it is trying to emulate it as best as possible by giving us as many enemies rushing at us as possible, and necessitating us to take them out as quickly as possible. Here I am, almost already dead, due to the fact that I am just not paying any fucking attention. But it's okay, because I have luck on my side. Luck and a thick coating of American fat, which keeps me insulated in the winter, and keeps me from harm deep within the bowels of hell. So, what do we have for this particular challenge? Well, we have to take out 500 enemies in 15 minutes. And right now we're at about 50 at the minute mark, which is not actually that good. I should probably speed this up, as we need to kill a lot more. Now, thinking about it, how many is 500 enemies in comparison to most other games? 500 enemies is usually, in most regards to current FPS standards, about 5 stages, maybe 4 or 5 depending. But for Necrovision, I'd say it's maybe about 2, since they try to shove a bit more enemies in there. So we basically have a very small arena with, well, it's not small, medium-sized arena. I don't really go too far in searching around the arena, as there are actually certain spots where the vampire gods will spawn, and they are really not what you want to fight. Instead, you want to stick to these much smaller enemies and really use the razor, use all of your fury up. As you can see, the number is very, very steadily increasing, and a lot of that is due to the flaming skulls that are being summoned with the ongoing fury combo. As you can see, there's about 4 or 5 of them just roaming around and cackling like mad, and they are actually what's doing a lot of the killing. So for someone that may have gotten here without getting a lot of the vampire artifacts, this challenge will be very difficult. For me though, not so much. The only problem is maybe running out of ammunition. As you can see, we're running kind of low on razor ammo. It actually starts us out with full ammo for every weapon at the very beginning, and already I'm down to about 10 razor shots right now. And considering that I'm not being the most accurate, I'm just kind of going willy-nilly and just sucking at aiming sometimes. I'm going to try to switch to a melee a bit here, just to try and save me some bullets. But yeah, something that we hadn't really been seeing before is the complete blinding nature of the fury when you get it up and you keep it steadily going. A lot of this blue that you're seeing is actually the freezing force field that would normally be the alternative spell for the frost hand, the ice bullet hand. Instead, if you keep your fury combo up, it just keeps going no matter what. Problem is that it makes it very, very difficult to see. And that's actually going to be kind of annoying whenever we play into the actual next stage. And right now it's not that big of a deal, just because everything basically sees us and basically is going to run towards us. So here I am, trying to make my way slowly around the arena itself. It's basically kind of a crescent shape, or more or less a C, half circle, whatever. And it's got little ammo crates dotted along the side, and we're going to want to pick those up just to get some additional bullets. Maybe not for the razor, but for some of the other weapons that I'm sure we'll be plowing through. And actually, if we look at the kill count, we're already up to 325 within only 5 minutes. So those skulls are actually doing quite a bit. And actually, every time we get a continuation of the Fury combo, it summons out another skull. So in reality, there are a good 4 or 5 skulls just constantly going around and killing everything that we're not even looking at. Because they are our buddies, our little fiery friends. Now, normally this, like I said, if you didn't have your all your vampire artifacts collected and everything like that, this could actually be quite a nightmare. You would have to really explore around and gather up as many enemies as you could to get the full splash effect from the razor, as opposed to just focusing on individual enemies at a time. But thankfully, as you can see, that's not really the case here. And sadly, there's not much to say. We're actually almost done, well over the 15-minute time limit. And really, it's a good retrospect with the overall game. You know, you have your mass carnage, you have all your different enemy types, your flying enemies, your teleporting fire gorgons, your base zombies, your running fast barbed wire zombies. I'm sure if I would have fully explored this, or had I want to make this more difficult than it would have been, I could have went and triggered some of the larger enemies, but honestly, this challenge usually takes quite a few tries. And it's kind of annoying to get down to like the 1 minute mark and find out you still have like 50 enemies left to kill. When I initially would be doing this particular challenge, I would try to run around, spawn as many enemies as possible. Problem would then be that I would be gang raped and overwhelmed. So I figured out it's better just to take it slowly and work up that combo, as the skulls really do most of the damage itself, or most of the kills themselves. And it's actually slowed down quite a bit here, especially with the enemy spawning, and that's a good indication that you know, the challenge is kind of ramping down, and they're really just wanting you to. This would be the point where you'd really have to start rushing around, especially if you only had like 30 or 40 seconds left. But you know, I got plenty of time. I can take it easy on this little part. Bye, demon. You're not my friend. So yeah, and what will this unlock for us? Well, we are actually not going to see it, because it unlocks a special extra version of the game, which allows you to start from the very beginning with all of your Shadow Hand spells. But it also gives you an additional spell, and I will be showing that off a little bit in a bonus video. It's not a lot, but it is something. So we'll be looking at that, and thank you for watching. That was the final challenge of Necrovision, and this is me saying bye.